Welcome back to Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M53 M55, the American Tier 9 self-propelled gun, and it's located on the south spawn of Overlord under the command of firekitty. And, well, it's got the 18-inch howitzer, which makes this the M55 used by the US Army. And the game has started. Okay, the 18-inch howitzer. It's capable of 1050 alpha if it can penetrate the target, and it'll penetrate up to 52mm of armour. And remember, these shells are hitting side armour or top armour of the vehicles, which means they can do a lot of damage to them. Now, the reload time is quite long, unfortunately. This one is got a reload time of 34.67 seconds, but the standard reload is about 40 seconds. Oh, she just went over one of those tank traps. In reality, you couldn't actually hit those things, because if you did, it literally ripped the hull of the tank to pieces. Okay, now firekitty's aiming for the enemy, and she's not using battle assistant. She likes to use the overhead view, and it's personal preference, and it seems to work for her. So rounds out, and she got a direct hit. That LT-432 is going to be missing a huge amount of hit points at the end of the game. Okay, what's next? Well, at the moment, she's looking for any trace that the enemy might be up here in the north, the enemy Arty. Any tracer coming from the enemy Arty. She didn't find any, but she's almost loaded. And her next target is the Tiger 88, which is a Tier 8 premium German tank destroyer. A fast-firing 88mm gun, not the 128mm, which is the Tier 9 version. Direct hit! Only 216 hit points. The shell actually hit the heavy armour at the front of the vehicle. One of the things you can do with this Arty is, because you've got a long reload, you can relocate, find a new firing position to avoid any enemy fire. But what you're seeing firekitty do, she was having a quick look in the other corner, just if she can spot any tracer coming from the enemy. And she's always on the lookout for an enemy Arty to shoot at. And now she's got an ST-1, which is a heavy tank. If I remember correctly, the ST-1 is a Soviet heavy tank, or am I wrong? I'm not sure about that one. I don't have one of those. Somebody's going to correct me in the comments. That's for sure. Okay, rounds out on the ST-1 again, and this time direct hit for 308. And she's immediately gone back to that Tiger 88. Well, the ST-1 seems to be the best target for the moment. Round out. Direct hit! Wipes him out! 327 hit points. That was a beautiful kill. Strip 1030. Now, this has only got 30mm of armour, but it is angled. But it's angled the wrong way if you're firing an Arty round at it, because the shell's going to be coming in directly from above, and that is going to do a huge amount of damage to these Swedish wedges. They do not work well when you hit them with a large caliber Arty shell. Rounds out. Here we go. And it's a direct hit. But because it was unspotted at the time we hit it, we don't know how much damage it did. But it must have been considerable. Okay, we've got a KD5 and a Object 252U. Oh, look, there he is. He's lost more than half his hit points. He's lost 1,000 hit points. Can't get those shots in that gully, but we probably, I'm not sure if we can get a shot on that 252U. We might be able to get a shot on the KV5. Rounds out. Direct hit. 270 hit points and a nice stun. The one thing you can say about the 8-inch howitzer, it does do a lot of stun to the enemy. And of course that's going to be changing if Wargaming makes the changes they've suggested. Although we have lobbied them to say, no, don't make the changes, because if you do, it's going to affect the amount of credits that Arty can earn. And if you do that, then you might actually affect how the game works, because Arty players might then decide to attack lone tanks to strip them of their health, rather than tanks that are attacking their teammates. Oh, beautifully timed! The shell landed at the right spot. The Skoda was just stopped for a moment, but then he moved forward again, right into the path of the shell. 308 hit points off that one. And firekitty's lining up another shot, and I think she's going to go for the Object 252U, or trying to make up her mind if it's within splash radius. It's only 33 hit points, and it looks like he's trying to side scrape around that corner. The KV5 might be a better target, and the 252U's dead, so we're going to go for the KV5. Rounds out. This should kill. Oh, it went long. That's the first bad shot that we've seen from firekitty. It wasn't her fault, it was RNG. She was perfectly on target. The shell just flew right over the top of the target, landed well behind him. Only a few seconds to go. She'll get another shot. This could be her next kill. And he's dead. So next target, Skoda T50. That's got a thin armor. Rounds out. It landed short, but it still did some damage to him. Only 24 hit points of damage, but it stunned him. We picked up stun assist. Now we're looking at a Panther 2. This is the upgraded version of the Panther, the one that the Germans were going to build until they decided just to slap some slabs of side armor on the ordinary Panthers to protect them from Russian anti-tank rifle fire. Long flight for the shell there, but it was virtually on target. Next door to the Panther 2. Okay, she's got a Foch at the back of the map there. Another thing about Arty playing is that you really do need to pick targets that are in sight of your own teammates. But if they make these changes to Arty, of course you won't be doing that. You'll be picking targets that you can see which have got low hit points, and she takes out the T50 with a near miss splash on him. And now we can see the Borsig and a Lerva are going for our Carnarvon Action 10. He won't last very long. Not against those two. The Borsig went down, but so did the Carnarvon at the same time. The Carnarvon killed the Borsig killed the Carnarvon, so they both got an eye for an eye medal out of that one. I rather suspect actually that the Borsig fired at the Carnarvon and the shell from the Borsig's gun blew himself up at the same time. Now firekitty's trying to get a shot on that Striv, but he's in the lee of that ridge line, which makes it very difficult to shoot him there. And she's hit the ridge line. Yep, that's the problem. If they're below the ridge line, it's almost impossible to get the angle right to put the shell over. It's very difficult to get it perfectly right. An RNG might take the shell long or short, and if it does, you'll miss the target altogether. Okay, there's the Lerva. He's pushing ahead, and he's getting close to some of our teammates at the back of the map. Lining up a shot, dialing in, rounds out. This should hit. It does. 412. It means that he is a one-shot for firekitty if he can get a hit. Oh, and there's a Foch coming in, and she's not loaded. Oh, this is going to end rather harshly, I'm afraid. If the Foch knows she's here, and he does. He was turning towards her there. I think he knows that she's just fired. He's firing at the Waffenträger, but now he's looking at firekitty, and she fires a round in. 416. He for sure knows she's here now. Actually, maybe he didn't spot her because she was below that ridgeline. So it could be that he wasn't seeing her. He was actually just angling against. But now she knows she's here, and there's not a lot she can do except ram him. And she's got some hit points of damage off him, but unfortunately she dies in the process. It's all you can do. You can't run away, you're not fast enough to do that, and he's going to shoot you anyway, so you might as well just take a few more hit points off him and ram him. So, unfortunately, game over at the moment. We're just switching to the GW Tiger P, who's the last member of our team alive. He's facing 5 enemies. 2 Arty, 2 tank destroyers, and a heavy tank. And the heavy tank's the T-32, and he's almost out of health though. And the tank destroyers, well, one's that Foch, and he's got most of his hit points still, and the Strib 1030, who's only got about a quarter of his. And here they are, and I think they're coming towards us. Yeah, there's the T-32. Oh, and he gets the kill on T-32. Just as he's wiped out by the school bus from the other end of the map. Oh, well, at least he took one with him. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a second-class tanker for firekitty in the M53, M55. She managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 13. She got a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of her own vehicle. And she picked up the high caliber for dealing the most damage overall in that game. And you can just see that from the sheer number of hits she managed to get on the enemy. She really was working that gun as hard as she could. Let's have a look at the scores. Well, we can see that there she is, top of the table, 4,194 hit points of damage. And the next high score was the Strib 1030 with 3,118. And after that came the M53, M55 and the enemy team with 2,794. When it came to kills, it was in fact the Su-14-2, the school bus, got 4 kills in that game, which included the GW Tiger P rather, on our own team. And then we've got the Foch and the Strib 103 and the Skoda T50, all with 3 kills, as well as the E75 on our team. firekitty only managed to get 2 kills, but they were good ones. And when it came to base XP, it was the school bus who got the highest, 986, 949 to the Strib 103, and 901 to the KB5. firekitty managed to get the highest amount on her team with 533. She fired 15 rounds in that game, got 8 direct hits on 1 penetration and 12 splash. Damage of 4,194 hit points, of which 3,745 were up more than 300 meters. The close one was that Foch. Very close range. She received 1 hit. It was a penetration. That was from the Foch, unfortunately. And she damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did damage assistance for 114 hit points and stun assistance of 1,075 hit points off 11 stuns. On a premium count, she earned 47,539 credits, and she got the Achievements Award because she got the high caliber, 5,587, so her total came to 53,127 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, she took away 9,865 credits. She received 800 XP for that game, 466 for the Achievements Award to equalise her score with that of the winning team, and took away 1,266 experience points altogether. So a very good round, but I've got a little secret to tell you. It's a little secret which I didn't tell you during the game because you were watching a game by firekitty. But it wasn't firekitty who was playing, it was her kitten that was playing. Yes, it was her daughter who was playing a game, and she happens to be rather good, don't you think? I think she was absolutely excellent. She was as good as her mother. So obviously she's been studying how her mother plays it and learning very, very well indeed. So congratulations to the kitten. Fire Kitten really did as well as firekitty did. And that was a great replay. So well done. And hopefully we'll see you with your own account soon. and a member of What Arty Noobs. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.